right, Cosette, I think that we can store our special nuts right inside this tree trunk. What do you think? Put them right in there. That'll be our secret storage spot. Shh. You think they'll stay good until next spring? Maybe, I don't know. Hello and welcome, boys and girls, to another of Cosette's Enchanted Journeys. You just caught Cosette and I pretending to be squirrels and hiding our secret nuts inside of this tree here. We're being kind of silly since we're not really squirrels, certainly, but the story that Cosette picked out for us today is what made us want to give it a try and just to see what it might be a little bit like being a squirrel. I don't think this is going to quite do it, but would you like to go and read about squirrels with us now? All right, I think they know what to do, Cosette. You ready? Rub our hands together. I got nuts on my hands. Ready? Let's rub our hands together and say, I wish to go on an enchanted journey, and away we go. And welcome, boys and girls, for another Enchanted Journeys story time. Today, I have an interesting tale for you. It's called The Squirrel Manifesto by Rick Edelman and Jean Edelman. I hope you enjoy it. There is a forest not too far from here where the warm winds blow for most of the year. It is in this fine place you'll learn something good from some critters who live in the walkabout wood. It is a land alive with infinite hues, a symphony of colors in reds, yellows, and blues, where animals come and animals go, with hardly a care from Michelangelo. From dawn to dusk and dusk to dawn, each awakens with joy and goes to sleep with a yawn. And while I may be small, perhaps you've heard, my name is Wren, and I'm your guide bird. I usually share in songs, not in words, every little thing in the language of birds. I know the secrets of every herd, hive, and clan. I watch with care as they work, live, and plan. The ants are fastidious, disciplined, and true. The beaver's industrious, and the fox's shrewd. And of all the animals from the cliffs to the sea, there's one crazy bunch who knows how to be. Oh, they frolic and play and seem without a care, but they know a secret I'm emboldened to share. It's a singular truth I noticed from above, how these creatures live with vision, charity, and love. I witness old Walden, who lives in the big tree, teach some young'uns how to gather and live free. Come with me, he cried. Let's leap and let's scramble from tree limb to treetop and down to the bramble. And I'll teach you some things you'll always remember from season to season, September to September. To gather is great. A squirrel digs and he seeks. But don't hoard too much. It won't fit in your cheeks. This land is our home, these valleys and streams. We owe it our lives, our future, our dreams. Some of our boon goes back to the glade, so there's always a place for young'uns to shade. We honor the past and what's been done, and tend to the present for what it will become. Next, we take some nuts and we squirrel them away, so we have something for a cold, rainy day. If we save just a little, a couple nuts at a time, it leads to what matters, squirrel peace of mind. Next, we honor ourselves with the gains that we earn. We deserve a good life, so we enjoy our own turn. We put some of our flow back into the stream to add to the current and live what we dream. And lastly, I urge you to others give back. It is hard in the forest for all those who lack. Your life is a blessing of gifts precious and rare. You multiply the grace when you care and you share. The old squirrel looked up and then he said, Presto! We live by these words. It's the Squirrel Manifesto. Care for the world you live in and act. Save a little, spend a little, and always give back. Old Walden then granted that I share this with you, so when you gather your nuts, you'll know what to do. And if you ever forget, just look to the trees and remember the squirrels who live there with ease. The end. And what did you think of the Squirrel Manifesto? I hope you enjoyed it. You might be wondering, what is a manifesto, Jenny the Genie? I'll tell you what it is. It is a public declaration of our intention, our ideas, or what we plan to do. So the squirrels, at the very end of our story, shared what they thought was most important, which was sharing and giving back. I certainly enjoy sharing and giving back to you, boys and girls, and I hope you enjoy doing that with your friends and your family in your neighborhood. Speaking of sharing, are you ready to go with me now and do another craft or activity and share some more special time together? I am too. You ready? Let's go. Today we are going to be making a double-decker bird feeder. You will need 3 tin cake pans, 12 inches, 10 inches, and 8 inches in diameter is what I'd recommend, 2 wood stool or table legs, one about 12 to 14 inches, the other about 6 to 8, 2 to 3 wood dowel screws, an S-hook, a small chain, and an eye bolt, acrylic paints, 2 different colored metallic spray paints, a small drill to make holes in the cake pans, needle nose pliers, wood phenol, wood doll head, and any other decorative items you wish. And to top it off, we'll be using clear acrylic spray seal, such as Mod Podge. First step is to paint all your wood pieces with acrylic paint of your choosing. We're going to do this because our wood has not been treated for outside use, so it will get damaged in rain or snow if it is left out. But by painting it with a few layers of paint and then sealing it with our Mod Podge clear acrylic sealer, it will help protect it out in the elements. Take your time with this step and really coat all the wood in a good thick layer of that paint. Again, it's just going to help protect it and give it a longer life outside if you do leave it hanging up during the season. While we wait for all of our wood pieces to dry, we can begin drilling holes in our cake pan. We're going to want to put a single hole in the center of each of our 3 cake pans where we will be threading our screw in to attach the different pieces, like the legs from the stool or the table. Ask an adult to help you. As you can see, I'm using my husband to help me as we work together to put a hole in the center of each of these cake pans. It is always better to work as a team. What you can see him doing here is he's testing to make sure our holes are the right size for the screws that we bought. So you'll want to measure your drill bit with the screws that you bought to fit into the different stool legs or table legs that you chose and through the center of your cake pan. In addition to putting a hole in the center of the cake pan, we also put smaller holes in the medium size and the smallest cake pan to allow rain or other water to drain from the bottom of the pan. That way it will not fill with water and soak the birdseed that we plan on putting in there. And it will help extend the life of this project as well because it can drain out that excess water. Here you can see me testing to make sure all of our screws that we chose are going through the pan, and they're also going through our legs, and we're just fitting it all together to make sure it's going to look really nice and work together. After you have drilled a hole in each of the pans, the top and the bottom of each of the table or stool legs, the wood doll head, and the wood phenol, you will assemble with the eye screw at the very top into the wood phenol. Then the largest pan is going to go upside down at the top, and this becomes a roof for your bird seed feeder. The longer table stool leg is next, followed by the medium pan, as you can see, so that it will hold bird seed. Then your smaller table or stool leg, your smallest pan at the very bottom, and then your wood doll head at the very, very bottom of the pan, just so it looks decorative. If you want, you can add something to the wood doll head at the bottom. I've added an extra eye hole screw so that I could attach a wood ornament. You don't have to do that step, but it makes it a nice extra special piece if you decide to do that. If you use your drill bit to make the hole into your wood pieces first and then attach your eye hole screw, it's a lot easier. You might need a hammer just to get the screw starting in the thread. As you can see here, I'm using my drill just to make the hole a little deeper so it'll be easier to put that screw in. I am also using needle nose pliers to help me grip that screw and turn it into the hole I created. That is a very big help, and it's also helpful to ask a parent or guardian to hold on to your piece for you and help you get that in. The next step is to hang your bird feeder from somewhere. I'm just hanging mine from a outdoor clothesline so that I can touch up the paint, because as you can see in the video here, some of the paint got a little bit rubbed off during the process of adding the holes and putting it together, assembling it. So I'm just touching up the paint, and I'm going to allow this to dry in the sun again before I do the next step. This paint is going to help protect this wood for a longer time outside in the elements. So this is an important step to make sure it's coated well and allowed to dry before you add any other details. Once assembled and drying, you should have something that looks a little like this: an eye hook, wood phenol, largest cake pan upside down, longest leg, medium cake pan, shorter leg, smallest cake pan, wood doll head, and again an optional ornament at the bottom. Once everything is dry, you're going to disassemble your bird feeder, and then you're going to spray the cake pans with a metallic spray paint of your color choice. Here I'm just kind of using a rose gold, or I guess maybe a bronze color on mine. I got my cake pans from a thrift store, and as you can see, this pan actually has this little handle piece on it still. I decided to leave that instead of removing it, and it could be a perch for the birds to sit on while they dip their head in and eat their food. While my cake pans are drying, I'm using a second metallic color. This time I'm using a silver, and I'm going to spray all my wood elements, the wood ornament, the finale, and the legs, and the doll head, to give that a contrasting color to the rest of the project. I did a few coats of the spray paint, and once I allowed that to dry, I am now just taking a silver marker, and I'm also going to use some acrylic paint to add some details to my cake pans and make them a little extra special. I'll do the same to my wood pieces as well. This is an optional step that you do not have to do, but if you choose to, just have fun and make any pattern or design that you like. As you can see here, I'm just taking a fine paintbrush and just adding some details to my ornaments. I'm not too concerned about how perfect they look. Again, this is going to hang up outside, and I think it'll look nice, even if my lines aren't perfectly straight. And here I'm showing you some of the detail I've added to my pans. Just some vines and some leaves and some flowers. Again, anything you like if you want. And here's how it came out. And this is called a clear acrylic spray. This is the next step. After everything has dried, you're going to reassemble your bird feeder and then seal everything with this acrylic spray. I did this 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 times. I don't even remember. I sprayed it so much because I really want this to last, because I plan on giving this to someone special as a gift. As you can see from this video, it's easiest if you hang your project and just walk all around it and spray it really well. Just coat everything. The better it is sealed, the longer it will last outside in the elements. When you're finished, you might have something a little like this. I sure hope you enjoyed this project, but it's time for us to say goodbye. Are you ready to head back to the magic lamp and say goodbye to Cosette? Me too. All right, let's go.
And welcome back to the Magic Lamp, boys and girls. Did you enjoy today's story about Squirrel Manifesto? I thought it was pretty fun and interesting, and it gave me a different appreciation and an idea about squirrels. How about you? Did you enjoy doing a craft with Cosette and I again today? I hope so. I hope that you're using your imagination and creativity to come up with fun things to do around your neighborhood and your home with your family and your friends. Well, what do you say, Cosette? I think it's time for us to get going. We got to put all our pretend play stuff away. And I don't think those nuts that we stored under our tree are going to make it till the spring. So maybe we'll go have a snack. So we're going to say goodbye to you, boys and girls. Thank you again for joining us in our magic lamp. We hope to see you again really soon. Until we do, take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.